श्रीमद् भगवद गीता चैप्टर 1 श्लोक 1 धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेता युयुत्सवः Mamka Pandvashev Kim Kurvat Sanjay. The Shloka 1 states that the vast battlefield of Kurukshetra stands silent yet tense. It is not just land soaked in dust and weapons. It is called Dharmakshetra, the sacred field of righteousness. Upon this holy ground, two families, bound by blood yet divided by values, stand ready for war. On one side are the Kauravas, driven by greed and pride. On the other are the Pandavas, guided by truth and justice. Blind King Dhritarashtra, unable to see with his eyes and clouded in judgment by attachment to his sons, turns to Sanjaya, the gifted seer. Though far away in his palace, the king's heart trembles. He knows the battlefield is a place where Dharma reveals itself. With quiet anxiety, Dhritarashtra asks, "O Sanjaya, when my sons and the sons of Pandu gathered on this sacred field, eager for battle, what did they do?" His question seems simple, yet it hides fear. He does not ask who will win, but what is happening. Deep within, he senses that on Dharmakshetra, righteousness may overpower attachment. Thus begins the Bhagavad Gita, not with divine speech, but with human doubt, setting the stage for timeless wisdom. Sparkle's core message of Shloka 1. Life itself is a Dharmakshetra. Inner conflicts precede external battles. Attachment clouds judgment. Truth slowly reveals itself where Dharma stands. Scroll Shlok 2. Sanjay Uvach. Drishtva tu Pandvanikan Vyudan Duryodhanstada. Acharyam Upsangame Raja Vachan Abravit. The Shloka 2 states that, as King Dhritarashtra finishes his anxious question, Sanjaya's divine vision opens the scene of Kurukshetra. The battlefield is now alive with soldiers, chariots, conches, and banners waving in the wind. Sanjaya begins his narration calmly. He describes Duryodhana, the Kaurava prince, standing tall yet restless. When Duryodhana looks across the field, he sees something unexpected. The Pandava army, perfectly arranged, disciplined, and powerful. Their formation is no accident. It reflects clarity, unity, and righteous leadership. A quiet unease rises in Duryodhana's heart. Though he has a larger army, doubt creeps in. Seeking reassurance, he walks toward his teacher Dronacharya, the very master who trained both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Duryodhana approaches him not as a confident warrior, but as a worried king needing approval. Through this moment, Sanjaya reveals a deep truth. Those who walk the path of ego and injustice may appear strong, but inside they tremble when faced with righteousness. Thus, before a single arrow is released, the battle has already begun, inside Duryodhana's mind. Sparkle's core message of Shloka 2. Outer strength cannot hide inner fear. Ego seeks validation when confidence is weak. Righteous order creates silent power. True battles begin in the mind. Scroll Shlok 3. Pashyeta Panduptranam Ajarya Mahti Jamum. Vyudha Drupad Putren Tav Shishin Dhimta. The Shloka 3 states that, standing before his revered teacher Dronacharya, Duryodhana tries to mask his uneasiness. His eyes have already measured the battlefield. He has seen the Pandava army, arranged with precision and purpose, standing firm like a single living force. With carefully chosen words, Duryodhana draws his teacher's attention toward the opposing side. He speaks not with pride, but with subtle concern, almost as if reminding Drona of his own disciple, Drishtadhyumna, the commander of the Pandava forces. Behind Duryodhana's words lies fear. He knows that Drishtadhyumna was trained by Drona himself, yet destiny has placed them on opposite sides. This realization stirs discomfort. Duryodhana's speech is not just a report of the enemy. It is an attempt to ignite loyalty, to ensure that Drona's heart does not waver. Through this moment, the Gita reveals a timeless truth. When righteousness stands organized and fearless, those driven by ego feel compelled to justify themselves. Thus, before the war begins, attachments, loyalties, and inner conflicts rise, shaping the fate of the battlefield. Sparkle's core message of Shloka 3. Discipline reflects inner strength. Ego disguises fear as confidence. True leadership inspires unity. Inner doubt weakens outer power. Shlok 4. Atra shura maheshvasa bhimarjun samayudhi. Yuyudhano viratasht drupajt maharat. The Shloka 4 states that Duryodhana's voice grows firmer as he continues to speak before Acharya Drona. Now, he begins to name the warriors standing in the Pandava ranks, not casually, but with calculated intent. He points out the mighty heroes, warriors equal in strength to Bhima and Arjuna, masters of celestial weapons, fearless in battle. He speaks of Satyaki, trained by Krishna himself, King Virata, experienced and unshaken, and Drupada, a great chariot warrior whose courage has been proven time and again. Each name carries weight. Each name reminds Drona that the army standing opposite them is not ordinary. It is filled with valor, skill, and righteous resolve. Though Duryodhana tries to sound composed, his words betray his inner state. By listing the strength of the Pandava allies, he unconsciously acknowledges their power. His confidence wavers, and beneath his pride lies recognition of a truth he cannot escape. Righteousness gathers strength naturally. Those who stand with Dharma stand united, fearless, and prepared. Thus, Shloka 4 deepens the tension, not through weapons, but through awareness. The war is no longer just about numbers. It is about quality, courage, and conviction. Sparkle's core message of Shloka 4. True strength lies in unity and purpose. Dharma attracts brave allies. Pride often hides silent fear. Awareness precedes surrender or struggle. Shlok 5. Grisht kashirajasht viryavan. Purujit kunti gojasht shebyasht narpungavapanch. The Shloka 5 states that Duryodhana does not stop. Standing before his teacher, he continues to count the warriors who have gathered around the Pandavas. His words now flow like a quiet admission rather than a boast. He speaks of Drishtaketu and Chekatana, fearless and battle-hardened. He names the king of Kashi, renowned for his valor, and recalls Purujit and Kandabhoja, noble and loyal allies of the Pandavas. Then he mentions Shibya, a warrior among men, respected for both strength and honor. With every name, the truth becomes clearer, even to Duryodhana himself. These warriors are not bound by fear or reward. They are drawn by faith in Dharma. Their presence is voluntary, their resolve unshaken. Though Duryodhana stands on the side of a vast army, his heart senses imbalance. Numbers no longer comfort him. He realizes that righteousness creates loyalty, while ambition breeds insecurity. Thus, Shloka 5 quietly reveals a powerful lesson. Where truth stands, courage gathers. Where ego rules, fear whispers. The battlefield waits, but within Duryodhana, the conflict has already begun. Sparkle's core message of Shloka 5. Dharma inspires willing support. Loyalty born of truth is unbreakable. Fear grows where ego dominates. Inner realization precedes outer